Okay, so this is the briefing for the benzocaine experiment. So benzocaine, the final product, is actually an analgesic compound, and you're going to make this molecule in 2 steps, starting with nitrobenzoic acid, sort of doing an esterification to convert the acid to an ethyl ester, and then sort of reducing the nitro group to an amine to give you benzocaine. And so the purpose of this experiment is to give you practice of doing sort of a multi-step reaction. Most molecules are made in more than one step, so it's something that you have to get used to. So what you need to do is make sure that after you've done your first reaction, you check that the product of the first reaction and make sure that it's the right sample, it's the right product, it's pure as well, so that you can then use it into the second stage. And you've also got to make sure when doing multi-step reactions that you have enough from your earlier steps to carry through into the later steps as well. And the other reason why we're giving you practice of this experiment is to give you practice of performing these laboratory skills. So say practice of working in the lab, performing heating reactions under reflux, performing a liquid-liquid extraction, recrystallization. Both the products are solid, so you'll purify them by recryst, and then analysis using melting point, IR, and NMR. And so we have videos for all the techniques in this experiment. Okay, so you can do watch them, either watch them all, or in particular watch the ones which ones you are least familiar with, and you want to see sort of in practice again before you attempt it in the lab. Again, watching these videos will help ensure that you perform the techniques correctly in the lab, and therefore you get better results at the end of your experiments. So this is the general structure of the experiment. So you can split them up into 2 parts, the first step and the second step, and we've timetabled it so you can do the step 1 on one day, check you've got the right product, and then do the second step on another day. So do try and timetable your experiment that way. So in the first day then, so the first session, usually about half day to do each step. You've got a reflux in the first step, then a workup, liquid-liquid extraction, then a recrystallization, and then your analysis. Okay, and then the second step is very similar as well. You've got a reflux, workup, recrystallization, and then your analysis. The analysis of your final product will be the one that involves the NMR as well. So in terms of tips, as I mentioned before, leave part 1 to sort of dry overnight. You could leave it in a desiccator, for example, and then check the data before starting and moving on to part 2. Okay, that's the main tip of this experiment.